everybody, the name is Crazy Donut Kingpin. Hi, how are you? Today we're talking to Medusa. According to legend, people fucked around and found out. Unfortunately, there was a bystander involved, and the people who fucked around didn't get found out, apparently. And so this bystander got not upset, but like hit in the crossfire and sort of blamed on everything. Either that or I'm mistaken the story of Medusa. I'm heavily paraphrasing. And by the time y'all are seeing this, this is gonna be after Comic-Con has happened in Chicago. I had a fun time. As you can see over here, my cosplay for the Genya costume from Demon Slayers is still here. So, you know. But that's neither here nor there. So, thank you all for joining me. Wait, that is still too early. Let's get on with the game. Okay, let's talk to Medusa. Do you think she's gonna have
This must be the Viper's Nest.
Sunglasses?
Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone.
Understandable.
Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
Freddy, please tell me you don't think you're some kind of adventurer.
I'm sorry. Are you not about to head into a monster's lair at great personal peril? What else would you call that?
You're such a dork.
Not wrong.
You. Good, because I'm not about to let you wander in there without backup. Who knows? Maybe the stuff I know about Medusa might actually apply. Well, that'd be a switch.
Tell me
Okay,
what you know.
I'll bite. What do you know about Medusa?
Well, you know, she was human once, right? And she was cursed.
Apollo mentioned it, yeah.
Cursed by Athena. Or so one of the stories goes, anyway.
But doesn't she work for Athena?
Hey, don't look at me. My knowledge of this stuff stops at a few thousand years ago.
She was once human, but she's definitely a monster, right?
Yeah, one of the worst. But, you know, so was the Minotaur.
Asterion said she was scary. I have a feeling she's not like him.
Then I guess you need to be prepared for the possibility that she is as bad as...
There's a solid chance that in media, whenever they portray a snake person, they always have them enunciate their S's. And I would love it if it shows that she just has a speech impediment, and instead of it being she just has a lisp. Well, fuck who too. That's not a lisp, but that would be really funny.
The legends say.
That would be really
Though
funny.
some of the stories also say that she was wronged by Athena and that what was done to her was an injustice.
And Athena just follows the rules, right? Do you think she actually turns people to stone?
Hope
Let's
not.
hope not, or this could be a short visit. Or a really, really long one.
I'm serious.
Perseus used a mirror to reflect Medusa's gaze back at her. Oh, maybe you could use your phone.
You think that would work?
Maybe you could use your iPod.
Unless you
If you
brought a
understand
mirror,
that
Grace,
reference,
it's all
thank
you
you.
got.
Okay.
Okay,
Everyone's
enough
green.
talking.
Let's do this.
Time to do this.
You have a plan for how we're getting inside, I hope?
Maybe. You're here to help?
Always.
Then I have a plan.
Confront the enforcer. Shouldn't it be very simple?
Grace,
If anything.
you're not... Of course you are.
I mean,
Hi
get it.
there.
Viper's Nest is closed. Private party.
I'm here for the party.
Yeah, the private party is what I'm here for. Why else?
All the guests have arrived. Do you have an invitation?
I'm an
Does
idol.
an idol need an invitation?
Go on in. I'll send word to the boss you've arrived.
I mean, fairly simple. I mean, it was fairly simple. Any other way would have just kicked me out, so. Oh no, please don't hit the strip club. Oh, it's gonna end up being a strip club, isn't it? It's a strip club.
Hiding in the light, such a long day. Dreaming of tonight, this sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh. It's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite.
She does have the list, kind of.
So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely.
Interesting. This is different from turning to stone. Oh, she's getting them stoned.
Turning gently as
Fight the paralysis.
What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something I like to call the preparation. Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time. Because this time I find dine that oozy musy bloods my wine this time. Look into me.
Interesting.
She's looking away. Hey, look into
Medusa.
me.
Saw hunger with no end. You lost Medusa. Unless you
Interesting.
find a friend.
What I should
Can be a
look at me.
Maybe remind him of this one.
Look at me.
We're not here to fight. We just want information.
Made you like this.
She was mad at me. So
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Medusa, look into your own eyes.
That is a terrible photo
It was worth a shot. You know you're not unhot. That's my opinion anyway.
People are
Don't look at
really
me.
into
The
that.
snakes, sure they're snakes, but you can pass them off as fakes, like it's just a cosplay. Don't look at You're not a monster to me.
Don't
I think
romance
you should
her.
Try to see
Trying to kill you.
Medusa in a lost little girl. No more Hail Marys.
Good show. Good movie.
The not unhot girl is you. The monster's me.
Don't know you don't know.
Do know that you didn't.
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
I'm not gonna bring him up. Bringing up another dude would not be a smart idea.
Just like fate made you, fate played me. Just like
It's gonna end up being Athena, isn't it? Almost always is, huh? It's very fascinating because
You think that will hurt me, child? You have not done your homework.
Oh, sorry, just trying to get your attention. Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm willing to bet you can't turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off.
be careful.
Careful,
Freddy.
Freddy. It's not a gamble I'm willing to take.
Yeah, the thing is, Grace, neither is she.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
Oh, I'm pretty now. Any, mini, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If you have it, let him go. Let's go with
You
this
can start by telling me whether you tried to eat Calliope like you just tried to eat me.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I
she'll
had
probably
no
come up with an
part in the
excuse
muse's
anyway.
death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
Why were you
You
following
followed
her?
Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I
like
am
what-
Lady Athena's spy master, yes.
Ah,
Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her.
I keep
Yes,
watch
that's
over
what I just
every
said.
idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
did you find out
Did
why
you
she
ever
was
find
there?
out why Calliope went there?
I was
Highly
never close enough to
suspicious.
ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
Let me
Maybe she
guess,
was
that made you hungry.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
Okay, so she only does the S thing when she's singing.
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
He killed Hecate's cat by accident, but this still seems hard to believe.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I
No.
thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. But she did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me.
Why didn't you tell her though?
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked.
Understandable.
Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected.
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again.
Is she partly a
It's
psychopath?
a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Uh-huh.
Well, what of Pan? The only reason I knew Calliope was going to the reliquary is because he informed me.
So much for never lying to me.
What were the odds, honestly?
Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true, I do not deny it. It's still, I did not kill the muse.
Which makes sense. I have a
Okay,
question.
let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
I mean, that is true. I want to do this one. I guess not.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger. I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
Understandable.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth,
Her design is also very pretty. Like, very, very pretty.
I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
A friendlier song. I was hoping to do a more friendlier song. Channel
knew.
your inner Perseus.
Right from the start, Pan knew Calliope was there that night.
Yeah, and who could have foreseen that he was lying to you the entire time? Who, I ask you, a mystery even the Oracle couldn't have penetrated.
Yes, fine. You were right, Freddy. As always.
See, was that so hard? Anyhow, you probably have a few questions for Mr. Goatman. I'll see you at home.
Would you really have tried to burn Medusa's face off? With an aerosol can?
Hell yeah! One hint of googly eyes and...
What would I do without you?
But that does
You'll
make
never need to
that
answer
does
that
bring
question,
up an interesting
Grace.
point of her powers. She can hypnotize. I'm guessing her bite is what makes them stone.
Oh, if it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked. I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
What aren't you telling me?
So you were what? Just trying to be helpful? You still aren't telling me something.
What possible reason would I have to?
Tell me right now.
Tell me everything you
Medusa
know.
learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her.
Well, duh.
Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
It sounds like you sold
Sold
her
her
out.
out? She came to you for help, and you gave her whereabouts to the highest bidder.
I am trying to help, Grace.
That is true.
In my way.
What do you mean,
you
in my
though?
way? What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Day 6? We're on day 4! Ow. Balls. I don't know what that says. Yeah, go talk to Freddy.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Not at all.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
How are the boys?
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
Oh, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you
I
think?
mean, it's not wrong.
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
Completely fair.
I
Sorry
should
about the
really
band, by the way.
apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
Understandable. Completely understandable. What do you know about
Exactly
the
how
guys?
much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but
A
what
little
I've read
too
clearly
much.
doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Is Athena always like
Maybe?
an old bitch?
Who do you want to hear about?
Let's go Calliope.
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9? Though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Oh.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
Maybe.
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Ask about
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
Who the
No
fuck
female
is Jason?
heroes back in those days?
Yeah, guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
She does seem very vengeful.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
What about Persephone?
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
What about Persephone?
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago.
Especially.
I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
100%.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true.
What about Pan?
You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
100%.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Millions
Well, there
even.
are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes
Which
sense.
makes sense.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm more amazed at
I
all
was
the
about to
big
say.
names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes me think about what's
Poseidon.
been lost. But also, what
I was
might
gonna say
still be out
Aphrodite, but I
there?
don't think that's one of the one. What about other
You think there
gods?
might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? And all those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
It's very fascinating,
That's cool,
genuinely. Does that
right?
mean... I was gonna bring
I
up
hope we get to
Jesus,
meet
but I'm not
Ganesha one
gonna
day.
anymore.
Or maybe Lakshmi?
That would be cool. That would genuinely be cool. Okay.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this,
Like
but
this
even they
thick.
rarely agree with each
You have
other.
to wear special
Really?
gloves to even
Nothing
handle.
definitive?
No, you don't even
Ancient
have to
Greece
wear
was
special gloves.
3,000
You have to
years
have
ago,
somebody
Grace.
else wear
Not much
it.
information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
You know what I find weird? that the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
That is true.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline, Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird
Onion.
conspiracy ones. Yeah,
The
you're right.
Onion. No more
Okay,
questions.
that's enough questions
No
for
more
now.
questions.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy.
I would
Time
actively
for
listen to her
more
talk.
mystery solving.
Thoroughly. That means your apartment. It's just quickly, just for the details.
Grace, back again so soon. Did you find Medusa after all?
Yes,
You've
she was not helpful.
been on my mind ever since you told me about her.
I did, and it was fine. I told you it would be. Okay, it
Suspicious.
almost wasn't fine, but it worked out. Nobody got hurt.
Well,
I see.
I didn't get hurt.
Perhaps you'd best tell me what happened then.
Well, she was doing this dance. She
That
hypnotized me.
sounds
I
like
broke
quite the
through it.
harrowing experience. One that could have gone very poorly indeed.
Very much so. Is there a death scene in this thing?
I know,
I need to
but let's focus on the important part of the story.
Which is that
Like a
Medusa
romance,
seems
huh?
to have been cleared. And that brings us back to Pan. Have you confronted him about it?
Immediately.
He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
I've never thought of Pan as a liar so much as a manipulator. Still, he would do anything to protect himself. I'll have to give this some thought. I did tell you we could discuss your memories and the Eidolon more in depth after the party. Did you have any questions, or?
I have several questions. How many times have
How
You
many times have
died.
you died? Can I ask that?
Well, we call it passing on, meeting the Eidolon, and it's fine. I've passed on 12 times that I can recall.
So your name isn't really Apollo.
Most recently, it was Lucas. Everyone Lucas ever knew is gone, however, so these days I prefer Apollo again.
Lucas? Seems weird to think of you as a Lucas.
He doesn't seem like a
It was
Lucas.
weird for him, too. Much like yourself, Lucas becoming Apollo was somewhat of a surprise.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Tell me about
Tell
it.
me about this Lucas. How did he become you? Or is it how you became Apollo?
Apollo had taken to surfing. He left the city without permission and roamed the coast looking for... Well, I'm not sure now. Whatever it was, he found it one night when a giant wave took him down. was drowning,
Oh.
and he thought-
Does that mean he also had to go through
I
a
thought-
trial?
This is finally it. But it wasn't. Lucas saw Apollo struggling and swam out to save him. He pulled us ashore, but it was too late. Took a long time
Very
to realize what happened.
fascinating
I
when you really
didn't
think about
return
it.
to the city until years later. By then, everyone thought I was Apollo's chosen successor.
So no trial for you, huh?
It wasn't easy at first, without memories or anyone to guide me, but no, nothing like that.
Oh, well. It sort of just sounds like male privilege or whatever.
Wait, what would have happened if Lucas hadn't tried to rescue you? What if no one was there when you...
When I died,
Gone forever.
then the Eidolon of Apollo's line would have ended forever, I think.
You think?
There have been stories about Eidolons that survive for a time and go wandering. That's probably all they are, though. Stories. It's not something we've had much opportunity to study, but normally death without passing on is how an idol really dies.
Question. If an idol dies next to another idol, does that soul go into them? Can you have two idol souls? Another question that might not even make any sense. If you have a split personality, do you also then be able to get multiple souls? Or does the current leading personality take upon the soul, and then if another personality comes to the top and takes control, then they're not the idol? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm thoroughly confused.
Forever.
I'm thoroughly confused.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
Well, let's see. It starts as dreams you'll have of places you've never been, people you've never met, fleeting images, feelings. Then they'll appear while you're awake. You'll be eating breakfast and suddenly recall when you last ate something similar in the 17th century. The only difficult part is that eventually it can be hard to differentiate between your life and all those other lives. They blend together.
It does sound confusing.
A little, yeah. And not all the memories will be good ones.
Especially.
It can take time to process.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Grace, would you say that who you are is at least in part due to your experiences?
I guess so, sure.
Well, you'll have a lot more experiences. They won't feel like someone else's either. It will feel like you did all those things. They will shape who you are now, just as they shaped Calliope and all those who came before her. The good news is, you won't get all the memories. Each time we pass on, the older memories fade.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
We're many thousands of years old, Grace. If all of those memories returned with perfect clarity, you'd drown in them.
Basically.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Tell me, how much do you remember from when you were a small child?
Bits and pieces, I guess. Not much.
It's the same for us. The further I try to think back, the more blurry it becomes.
That begs
I
the
remember the
question now.
important bits, but
If
little else.
you become an idol, does
Some
that
of the
make you
really old
immortal?
Memories. There's so many mortal stories that get mixed up with them. Things my previous selves learned as legends. It becomes hard to tell. It takes time, Grace. You'll remember all the lives
I
you've
realize
led,
it's hard to make
but
this
at a
entertaining.
pace you can handle, and nothing more.
That is all for now.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Hopefully this eases whatever concerns you might have had. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
Tell me more about
Tell me
Calliope.
more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
To an extent.
For centuries, we were far more. I was the god of the arts, and the muses were my constant companions. We went everywhere together. They had many names, but the three most common were Clio, Talia, and Calliope. The sisters of beauty, I called them, though they weren't always women.
I never thought of that. Do idols
That's
change
the question
gender a
I
lot?
had last time.
Most of us seek out inheritors who are like us, I suppose, but not all. Calliope, in fact, was a man in her previous incarnation. Christoph, I think his name was. A poet Calliope adored. I was surprised when she made him a muse.
Who was Calliope?
Who did Calliope become after that poet, Kristoff?
You have to realize we're already into the period where Calliope and I weren't really speaking. She showed up one day in her new form, the one you met. An opera singer whose name she never revealed. We fought, as I recall. I told her she couldn't pass on every time she met an artist she fell in love with. Eventually she'd forget everything about who we were and where we came from. She said she'd rather forget than wallow in old memories like I or the other idols were doing. It was time to wake up and make the best of our situation. Calliope was an idealist without compromise. Always.
I
She
mean,
hated
she's
what
not
we'd
wrong.
become, but
Not wrong
What
in
I'd
the
become.
slightest.
she wasn't wrong.
From how you describe it, you and Calliope fought a lot.
A lot.
As often as we saw each other, which became less and less as time wore on. However, she fought with everyone. Calliope hated the idols being kept secret. She and Athena would get into screaming matches over the rules, and it got so I could no longer protect her. She moved out of Olympus years ago and kept to herself.
That makes sense. I mean, I would too.
I just assumed she was wrapped up with some new artist when I got the news.
Do you regret not making up with her?
Every day I think about our last conversation and what I should have said or done differently.
It sort of feels
The
like a
problem with
mom and
immortality
the
is
daughter
that you think you
just
have
hating
all the time in the world.
everything.
It wasn't only fighting with Calliope, right? Surely there were good things too.
Hopefully.
Is that how it sounds? No. She was marvelous. A force to be reckoned with if there ever was one. In the darkest days during the war, it was her songs that gave us hope. She kept Aphrodite alive through sheer determination, I think. Calliope cared. About us, about art, about people
What happens if
only
she
just met.
accidentally passes on
It was her greatest strength as well as
onto
her
somebody
greatest
who
weakness.
who can't sing?
I wonder why
Yeah,
she
who's tone
picked
deaf.
me. I don't feel like I'm any of those things.
You underestimate yourself, Grace. I see a lot of her in you.
More so now.
She chose well.
Tell me more about
I'd like
the
to know a little
muses.
more about the idols. I am one now, right?
You
To an
are.
extent. To an
What would you like
extent.
to know?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If
This
an
is
idol
gonna
is
be
a
the
soul
lore
that moves
episode
from
of
person
the
to person, it must have
thing.
started somewhere, right?
It's gonna be talking
The
a
short
lot, a
answer
lot,
is-
a lot.
We don't know. If I think far enough back, I can remember bits and pieces. I remember my first Pythian games, the day the idols split in two over Troy. The
What
day my
happens
first
if
son
you
died. But before that,
somebody with ADHD? Does that
Nothing.
ADHD stay
none of us
with
do.
other people?
I vaguely recall the very first Apollo many thousands of years ago, but was he the original? Did he appear out of the ether? I couldn't tell you.
Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Interesting. The notion that there might be some other place far away where we're the norms, comforting. Sadly, our memories are filled with blanks. There was a war with beings we called the Titans. A terrible conflict where half our number died, yet do I remember a single battle.
Nothing.
The last was after Rome fell. Zeus called us together to relay the news,
That means
told
there's
us
a
to
Zeus out
prepare
there?
for battle. And then,
I have
in the
several
blink of an eye, I was in the 16th century. What made us forget 1,000 years? What happened during that time? We don't know. Athena calls that period the gap.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...
I know I was alive. I passed on my eidolon
I would
who knows
imagine
how many
that's-
times, yet the moment I woke up, as you call it, all memory of that period was gone. It was Athena who found us. I was in France, I think. She came to my farm, and the moment I laid eyes on her, I just knew.
Athena
came
found
back.
you, huh?
Did someone do that to us? Did we scatter to the winds for 1,000 years on purpose? It's a mystery.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena claims she awoke on her own and spent the next century locating the other idols. We've pieced together very little of the gap or of our origins. We simply live with it. Gods we may be.
That sounds super
but I'm
fucking
afraid we don't have
suspicious.
all the answers.
Super suspicious. The fuck do you mean? You
Earlier
said you had a son?
mentioned your son dying. Did I hear that right? Can idols have children?
It was rare, but yes. Back in ancient times, some of them even became idols themselves.
Some of the idols are actually family, then.
Not anymore. Most of our children met terrible ends. A gift of the fates, perhaps. I don't know. The ones who weren't idols... It's hard
Because they are
watching your
technically
children grow
immortal.
old and die. Never understanding why they can't have the same immortality you do. Why you can't grant it to them.
Yeah, that's the issue with
first son.
immortality.
Is why I'm not permitted in Hades any longer. Let's simply say that most idols have stopped having children, and maybe leave it at that.
What happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
Cleo perished centuries before. The victim of an obsessed writer she'd spurned. He kept her in a cage as his personal muse.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
It was. By the time we found her, she was already... Well, it's enough to say her captor didn't survive her for long. Talia, however, was lost to us on the very last day of the war. We were about to leave on the ship, but she just never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never found out. I worried for years, even hired people to look, but as far as I can tell, she up and vanished into smoke that day. The war had ground her down. I was upset, but not surprised.
Honest to God, I would hate it as
Tell me more about
an
the
idol.
war. It seems to have
'cause
had a huge effect on all of you.
I already have
I
like
don't
this
think we would have
affinity
left the old
towards
world
like
otherwise.
having
It
a
was home.
relationship
From
with
Aphrodite's
people
song,
and
I know Ares
stress
betrayed everyone.
when I'm like,
What did
oh,
you do?
I'm the problem. Oh no, God help me. Ugh.
I caused it. I foresaw what was going to happen, so I tried to prevent it. I told Ares. I figured if the god of war couldn't stop what was to come, then
And that's why he betrayed everyone.
he decided the idols were a lost cause. Because I told him we were.
Has your power ever helped anyone? Even once?
On occasion. The fates are cruel, however, and they don't like being meddled with. My time afterwards was spent helping the survivors, keeping us on the move. If Hephaestus hadn't intervened,
Hephaestus.
we would have all been captured.
And
Hephaestus.
he's...
Bitch, you
Gone
know
now, we
him!
assume, like so many others. We are nothing more than refugees from a war long over, Grace.
Ah. Tell me more about you.
I'd like to know a little more about you. All I know is you live in a dump, you have an oracle, and you...
I'm not sure what to
I'm
tell
right
you.
here.
One day has bled into the next for so long, I feel like I've been lost in the spaces in between.
Wow, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, well, it comes naturally. Music and the arts were once under my purview as a god.
How did that get decided? Did you have a big hat full of pieces of paper and you all picked at random?
No, we chose them for ourselves. Some, at least. Others were given to us by our priests. We collected godly responsibilities like marbles.
People collect marbles?
Oh, or whatever it is mortals collect these days. Cars, perhaps?
Of course, people collect marbles.
point
People
is,
collect
we
everything.
took
People
our
collect
godly duties
rocks, for our
very
Christ's sake.
seriously.
You must have been very different back when you were a proper god.
I think most of us were. We saw ourselves as, I don't know, teachers. Mortals were our students, and we guided them to enlightenment. We thought we were special, infallible. I was as magnificent as the sun, and I surrounded myself with those who
Apparently,
basked in my
inflammable
radiance.
means to be caught on fire,
That doesn't sound like
Easily.
you.
which is
I was
wrong.
arrogant. If there was a man or woman I desired, then I had to have them, or there would be consequences. You wouldn't have liked me. I wouldn't have liked me.
I know that feeling all too well. Hate yourself because of actions you did in the past. Wild. Is that why Persephone?
So what is Persephone's beef with you exactly?
Persephone?
Is it just about what Hades did to her?
That's no small thing.
It seems more personal than that.
I mentioned how Persephone's kidnapping almost meant war between Olympus and Hades, yes?
No, not at all.
Well, while this was all going on, Persephone managed to escape the underworld, and I'm the one she encountered first.
Uh-oh.
Hades was hot on her heels, and I had a choice. Either do battle with Hades and start the war right then and there, or let him take her back. Zeus would have had my head if I had sparked a war. Yet all I still think of are Persephone's eyes as Hades smugly took back his prisoner. It's not my finest moment.
Have you ever
Apollo,
tried
have
therapy?
you ever tried, I don't know, talking to someone about
Where's
how
the
you
god of
feel?
therapy, for Christ's
I will
sake?
never understand this modern fascination with therapy and focusing on one's feelings.
It might help. You never know.
Yes, I've tried it. There was one I used to speak to. Hecate enchanted him never to reveal what I told him. It was interesting. Frankly, my time with you has proven far more beneficial.
I'm not a therapist, Apollo.
I understand. And I don't mean to rely on you, only that it makes me happy just to know you, Grace.
Was it hard for the
Fascinating.
idols to come to the new world?
Very, very fascinating.
It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
I don't think it was the place so much as the condition we were in. Shell-shocked, one might say. Our entire world had been turned upside down. Suddenly, we had rules. Secrecy was paramount, and no one was permitted to leave the city. Some, like my sister Artemis, couldn't abide it.
Yeah,
Artemis.
I've heard the name.
Artemis.
Goddess of the hunt. And a wild thing herself. She left, I think. Faded away without a word. As many did in the early days here. Later, Athena became even more strict. For our own good, of course, but it hasn't been easy. This city has never felt
For
like
your
home
own good.
so much as a
Right.
temporary
Sure.
shelter.
That is
That's all I
for
can
now.
think of for now. I'll see you around.
Of course. I look forward to it.
None of those last questions brought up any new thing. Okay, let's go home. Let's chill. Relax.
Oh, hi, Grace.
Why are you here?
I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name.
You can still call me
Where's
Gracie.
Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
You know Freddy?
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you. Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Is this what
So
you do?
this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the
baby.
transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You like running
You say
errands?
it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Honestly, that would be
Yeah, I never thought
such an
about it.
amazing power.
It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
You
knew-
mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Do I have a choice?
about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
She never leaves Olympus?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
My theory, Athena's the one that did it. Everything is pointing to her. My voice is cracking. Oh no. Everything is pointing to her. Honestly, it's a really good time to end. But yeah,
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Everything's pointing
Okay.
towards her.
Oh, when you
there's
see
no
Freddy,
evidence in
tell her I'm sorry I
counter.
couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
I guess. Much appreciated, I think. Oh. Oh no! I could only be clever or kick-ass. In your face, you're very punk rock. Not afraid of getting reckless. I'm gonna go clever.
There you are,
dun,
Grace.
dun.
Do have a seat.
So, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. So, final thoughts for the episode, honestly. My thoughts is Athena's the one that did it. She either knows whoever did it, is the one that did it, or is helping the one that did it. And she just refuses to tell us. Because that would then paint her in a bad light. But whatever. Right? Whatever. Pan was just like, ooh, an opportunity. And that's really about it. Because that's sort of his thing. He likes information, exchanging information, and just all around people. Persephone doesn't really give a shit. Apollo's too depressed to do anything, really. I was gonna say Athena, but it's not Athena. It's Persephone? No. My brain is blanking on her name. God damn it. Goddess of love. Aphrodite, that's what it was. Aphrodite didn't do it because she was also too depressed. It's fascinating. It's genuinely fascinating. It's like a murder mystery. I don't know if I'm doing a lot of things, but I also realize it's not inspire, it's charm, which is two very different things apparently. I'm not sure why I don't have charm, but then again, I might have been using charm for the rest of it. I don't know what that implies. No idea. But thank you all for joining me on this lovely thing. I probably should have put on music, I'm not gonna lie to you. But thank you all for joining me for this episode. Tune in next week for episode 6. I think. Also, I expected Medusa to be green. She was not. I fully expected her to be like full of scales, green, show way more titties, but not apparently. I mean, she was in a strip club, but at the same time, you know, her design is very beautiful though. Also, amazing voice acting. Phenomenal. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and as always, keep smiling. Don't forget to be a little crazy, and hasta luego. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.